Hello, this is Leapin' Larry out here with TV34 Multimedia Productions. Thanks to Tony Morgan for doing this for me. I'm here with Nick Lang, who is with Fusion Medical, and he puts on this hand cycle clinic for people with so-called disabilities. We don't consider ourselves disabled. Nick, tell me about your program.
We brought these bikes out today. These are specialized bikes for somebody with a disability. It's a three-wheeled bike that allows you to pedal with your arms rather than your legs. So those of us that don't have use of our legs can get out and ride. We've got about 20 people out here riding different bikes and trying it and enjoying the weather. We were worried about the rain, but it held off, and so it's a great opportunity. We have lots of different bikes that people can try and utilize and get out and ride again.
How long have you been doing this? And tell me a little bit more about Fusion Medical and how you got it started.
Friend of mine, also a wheelchair user, and myself started this about 13 years ago. We were really active with adaptive sports and kind of started Fusion Medical. And a big part of it is the adaptive sports, but we also do lots of medical supplies and things like that. So it's been something that it was a passion of mine, and we were able to use the company to bring this to people and get them introduced to different sports and activities.
I know it's something I enjoy, and he does this annually out here at Belle Isle. We were a little bit concerned about the weather, but we came on out. There's a hand cycle in front of us right here. Nick, tell us a little bit about this particular hand cycle and some of the
Features. Yeah, it's a three-wheeled bike, which most of them are. Instead of pedaling with your legs, you pedal with your arms. When there's a handle here, and you just spin that around to pedal. So the rider will get in here, their feet go up here, and they can pedal with that. It's got kind of standard componentry that you'd get on a normal bike, upright bike, and it's got 27 gears. Obviously brakes. This one's a kind of a more reclined model, so it's a little more aerodynamic for somebody that's racing or recreational. It allows you to get out. I mean, we do weekly rides with these, and we'll do 12 to 15 miles on a week and go out and cruise, and it's a great feeling getting out there. So, but it's a kind of a unique piece of equipment. You're not going to get this at your local bike shop because it's specialized for somebody that needs to be able to pedal with their arms instead of their legs. So it's something that we offer. And this company is Invicare that offers this one. There's other companies and other types of models. This one's a kind of a not the top of the line sport racing one, but there's also ones that are a little more recreational than this that are a little easier to get on and off.
And what's the basic cost for one of these hand cycles?
They are pretty expensive. They start at around $3,000 and then go up to $6,000. So like anything that's medical related, it's pretty expensive. So it's an expensive sport to get in, which is why we have a nonprofit called Michigan Sports Unlimited, where we have 15 or 20 of these that people can use, trial, borrow for a long period, do some races and see if it's something they want to get into, or allow somebody that may not be able to afford the money right away to get out and ride and enjoy the equipment.
This is Leapin' Larry back with TV34 Media Productions. Thank Tony Morgan again for coming out and shooting this for us. And this is my partner from way back, Myreo. Myreo is with DMC RIM, and DMC stands for Detroit Medical Center Rehabilitation Institute of Michigan. Myreo, tell us a little bit about DMC and RIM.
Yep, Sportsability. Well, first of all, we're a wheelchair sports program called Sportsability. We are funded solely through Rehabilitation Institute of Michigan Foundation, which is the nonprofit arm of the Detroit Medical Center RIM. I've been in my position. I am the coordinator. I've been in my position since 2002. What our program does is provide, recreational and competitive and social activities for persons who just acquire a disability. So it's a great deal. Me, myself, by being a person that's physically challenged, living with a disability, I got injured in 1988 due to gun violence, and I was 18 years old, and my world changed. I was crushed, as of anybody who get an injury. But I met some great people, a great brother, friend of mine, best friend. His name is Wayusi Olasola. He passed away in 2009. God bless his soul. Great guy, introduced me to wheelchair basketball and other activities that I didn't know was available to me. And I was like, wow. And it just opened my mind to everything, from not only wheelchair basketball, but to just, social activities, getting back into life.
We were
I
talking
got
about our
injured.
friend that was one of the starters of Pioneers for Peace. I knew him by Willie Brown, but most people know him by.
Where you see Sola. And basically, I learned about sports through him and just different activities getting back to life. So, in turn, I got involved, and more I got involved. It just opened my mind not only to just the activities and staying physically healthy, but job opportunities, just making new friends and learning new things. So basically, we started Pioneers for Peace in 1996. That's also through the Rehabilitation Institute of Michigan, and that's a violence prevention program where people with disabilities who are harmed by violence, whether through gun violence or domestic violence, we go out to schools instead of looking at our disability as, oh, woe is me, I feel sorry for myself. We was like, hey, let's get off the pity potty, go out here and try to stop these kids, from hurting themselves and
This
not
is Sleeping
end up.
Larry reporting for TV 34 Media Productions. Thanks again to Tony Morgan for coming on out.